Sounds great.
Holy shit! Okay, that was all should be seen. But I think our side is live now. For you guys in B-Reds chat, we are live with the Neutral Zone podcast. We do this podcast every week, and we talk about NFL. We talk about what's happening with sports in the week. And we are live now on our side on the podcast as well. For those of you that are tuning in, we are here joined with B-Rad. Austin couldn't make it, unfortunately. But we're here with B-Rad instead. Soup is here as well. And we are help raising money for Thankmas, which goes to the World Central Kitchen. All the links are down in the description. The first link in the description is the donation link. The second link is the link to his live stream if you guys want to go check out his live stream. After the podcast is said and done, he's going to be continuing his stream, and he's going to be doing some other cool stuff later today.
For sure. should be a lot of fun today, guys.
And B-Rat, since, this is kind of weird because, like, we're your guest, and then you're our guest, so it's, like, kind of like flip-flop. You want to,
dual streams.
So, here, I'll tell a little bit about myself. Caleb, for those at B-Rat stream. I'm a big Cincinnati Bengals fan in the sports sense. I'm also a fan of the Cincinnati Reds for baseball fans. And basketball, I'm still kind of flip-flopping through teams, but I think I'm more of a Spurs fan than anything else.
Fair enough.
Cameron, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
What's going on, guys? My name is Cameron or Soup. I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so me and Caleb don't get along well.
Not at all.
But anything, I'm more of a hockey guy. I'm a Knicks fan. I know the pain. If any of you are Knicks fans out there, and that's really it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention I'm a Columbus Blue Jackets fan, and it's not going well.
Oh.
I just kind of forgot. I just kind of like after the first couple years, just kind of pushed that out of the way.
Yeah.
But B-Rad, let's hear a little bit about yourself since you're a guest on our podcast a little bit for people that don't know you.
So I'm B-Rad. I am a Wisconsinite, so I pretty much love all Wisconsin sports. So the Bucks, Brewers, Packers. I wish the Packers are doing better right now, but it is what it is.
Big Badgers guy too.
Big Badgers guy, and hockey. I really don't have a hockey team, but if I had to pick one, and the only reason I say this, I am a Penguins/Rangers fan. But the reason I am because back in the day, back in the day when Mario Lemieux was playing, there was actually a player named Martin Straka. So he actually did pretty well for those teams. So yeah, I have been a fan of both of those teams since those were his two main teams that he was on. So that and pretty much every overseas team that's ever been created. So, but yeah, Martin Straka, shout out.
Oh, there you go.
If you walk into New York or Pittsburgh saying that, you're probably gonna get like stabbed.
Oh, probably.
Other than that, respect.
I'd say fair enough.
So usually in our episodes, B-Rad, we talk a little bit about college football first before anything else because, it's college football is usually on Saturdays and usually we do the episodes on Monday. So usually we'll talk about college football for the first 5 minutes and we'll get into NFL. I guess there's really nothing to talk about other than tomorrow's the Heisman, correct? I think that's tomorrow.
Isn't it usually Saturdays?
I think it might be tonight, actually. It's either tomorrow or tonight.
Yeah,
I think it might be tonight, actually. Caleb Williams is winning it. I think everyone knows that. I think that's just common knowledge. If you're going to bet on it, I'd bet on Caleb Williams. I want Stroud to win. That's just my bias talking. But all
of them are very deserving of it. Like they've all had fantastic seasons. So
yeah,
I would agree. Williams is definitely taken. If he doesn't, I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
and it being up there is disrespectful, I think. He has 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions on the year.
Yeah,
that's disrespect.
He's up there because he's in Georgia. That's just really it.
Like put the TCU wide receiver, the Washington wide receiver that has like over 2,000 yards or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. So I kind of want to go on the playoff for just a quick second here because I obviously I wasn't here last week. How did USC screw up that game?
Utah is just like it's like
tackle.
It's like Bengals Chiefs. It's like Bengals Browns. It's just their kryptonite. They can't beat Utah. I don't know what it is. USC cannot beat Utah.
Yeah,
They
I
can't.
just.
They could be any other team. They can't beat
The
Utah.
defense was awful. They couldn't tackle. They couldn't stop their run game. Williams had like no time in the pocket.
And
Yeah.
Utah looked
rough.
like the fact that they couldn't tackle. They made Utah look like a top 4 team. They made Utah look amazing.
It was ugly.
Yeah, that was just holy moly. That was bad.
That was a fun game for me though. I was so happy during that entirety of the game. I was like, "Let's go! We're gonna be in. We're gonna be first round exits, but we're gonna be in."
Well, like I said, I was hoping that USC would have won that game just because obviously USC is going to the Big Ten in a couple of years. So that would have been. Obviously we're gonna have 2 Big Ten teams in either way, but it's like, would have been cool just to have USC in there. Obviously they're not there now, but it's like, would have been nice because it would have been like a back to relevancy for USC because I think this is the best year they've had in quite some time.
I just want to win. I really want us, like I'm talking as Ohio State. I want us to win a playoff game before they change it to 12 teams, or win another one at least. I want us to win another 94 because when they get to 12 teams, that's when stuff's gonna happen. That's when teams that never really won are gonna start to hopefully win natties.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's the main reason behind it because they're not like, oh, it's just gonna be Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson every year, just like how it usually is. This year's a little bit different, but that's usually the top 4 that are in. This year is the first time Clemson or Alabama has not been in the top 4 ever. There's never been a time before where Alabama or Clemson weren't in the top 4.
That seems about right. Yeah, because they've been in the tops for a long time.
That's so wild to me. This is the first year ever that neither of those 4 teams are in the top 4. That's just wild to me. So I think that's one of their main reasons why they're like, yeah, we need to extend this because having those teams win every year is just kind of not fun to watch. 4 teams in a playoff kind of suck anyway. Like I feel like every year it's always kind of like, oh, you know who's gonna basically win. I'm seeing a little bit of a repeat of 2014. 2014. TCU fell out. Ohio State snuck in, and it was us versus Alabama. Alabama was the number 1 seed. And everyone's like, oh, they're not going to be Alabama. Alabama is a powerhouse team. There's no way Ohio State's going to beat Alabama. We freaking destroyed the Alabama. And then we went on and beat Oregon for the Natty. So, I mean, anything's possible. The Georgia team is, I'm just saying, this Georgia team is probably one of the most talented teams I've seen in college football in a minute.
Yeah.
Probably since LSU 2020, 2019?
Yeah, and I'll be perfectly honest too. Like, and I know Caleb's gonna hate this, and I hate it too. But let's say you can't count Michigan out either. Michigan looks really solid this year.
They're really solid. They really are.
Yeah, and say so. I would not be surprised if it is Michigan, Georgia winning or in the championship. But I could easily see Michigan pulling off some kind of upset in that game. I don't know how possible it's going to be, but I kind of like Michigan's odds. I think how they're doing right now. I think
Michigan's going to be TCU. I can see Michigan beating TCU very easily. That's an easy national championship. Easy national championship.
Walk in right there.
And as much as I love TCU, they're good. But they're going to get swept by Michigan. I think everyone.
Yeah. Well, and that last loss there didn't help them out at all either. Yeah. That just dropped them quite a bit. It was close, but it is Kansas State. Like, that's a game that
it's a field goal in overtime too. It's Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not getting blown out by Utah, but still.
Yeah. But if Ohio State does somehow beat Georgia. And if Michigan, eventually beats TCU, the numbers for this national championship are going to be insane. I think it will be the most watched national championship if that's the case.
I think it will be. I can't see how it's not. This is probably one of the more highly anticipated championships, probably since Joe Burrow won it a few years ago.
And I think the committee looked at it as like this too. I think they kept TCU at 3. I thought the opposite. I thought, the committee hates Big Ten teams. They love SEC teams. They would not let 2 Big Ten teams sneak into the title conference. They would not let that happen. But on the other hand, the Michigan-Ohio State game had 17 million viewers. That's more than NFL games get on a daily basis.
Yeah.
It's a season game. So it's not like it was a national title game or a Big Ten championship game. It was an in-season game. And it had 17 million viewers. That's insane numbers for college football alone. That's more than NFL games, NBA games. Not World Cup. World Cup is crazy, but yeah, it's more than those. It's more than those. Like, it's crazy. So if they want like a lot of viewership, I think they were trying to put the little pieces in place where, like, if it does happen, we're gonna get amazing views. We're gonna get so much viewer compensation from it. It's gonna be amazing. But if it doesn't happen, oh well. You know, we'll have an SEC team there. It's fine.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, it's going to be an exciting year for the postseason, but it's going to be a disappointing year when the Badgers lose their whatever bowl. So,
and now I think we should talk about the TikTok. We need to talk about the TikTok.
The infamous TikTok.
The infamous TikTok. A couple of days ago, B-Rad, on our Neutral Zone podcast TikTok, go check it out if you haven't already. I posted a video when I was at Buckeye Corner at the Easton Mall in Columbus.
Oh, that one. Okay, I do remember what you're talking about now. Okay, sorry. Continue.
And I posted a video, and I'm like, oh, I'm just at a Buckeye store. There's a ton of stuff around, all Buckeye stuff. You know, there's not any other team. Like, you would think maybe there'd be like a Bengals, Browns gear. No, just all Bengals stuff. Except if you want, and I said, except if you want a Zach Wilson jersey, they're in fine supply. From my angle, all I saw was a curve, so I thought it was a 2. I'm not gonna lie, I thought the jersey was a 2, so I thought it was a Zach Wilson jersey. Plus, I saw Wilson on the back. I thought it was a Zach Wilson jersey. But then after I was done recording that video, I went and looked at it more, and I was like, oh, 17, because I wanted to see if it was like stitched. If it was like a nice jersey, it wasn't stitched. It's a normal jersey you'd find at a store. Yep. But like, it was a Garrett Wilson jersey. I was like, oh, it's a Garrett Wilson jersey. I was like, oh, well, I said Zach Wilson by accident. I meant to say Garrett Wilson, but you know, it's whatever. I don't think it's that big a deal. And even behind those jerseys, there's a Justin Fields jersey, or not. It's not like a jersey, but it's like a Bears T-shirt with a number 1 on it. Yeah. And it says Fields in the back. So it's like a Justin Fields shirt. And I was like, oh, this one's supposed to be for alumni. I was like, that's kind of cool. And then I was like, I didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, I'll just post it. I literally had that video recorded for like 2 days, and I was looking at it, I was like, because I was showing someone at my work the video. I was like, look at this, kind of funny, and they thought it was funny. I was like, I'm gonna post it on TikTok to see what happens. Didn't expect that video to blow up. It has almost 200,000 views.
Oh shit!
And it has over 100 comments of everyone roasting me, absolutely roasting me. Not even letting down. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of deserve it. I said, I meant to say Garrett Wilson. I said Zach Wilson by accident. Same last name. Give me a damn break. Give me a break. It's the same last name. Give me a break.
Yeah, absolutely. You deserve a bit of a break on that, but I can definitely understand.
And they're like, oh, it's Garrett Wilson. He's and even in on the main the TikTok thing. You know how you can put like a description of describing the video. Even in the description thing, I said after recording this, I realized it was a Garrett Wilson jersey, not a Zach Wilson jersey. Please don't I was like, don't kill me too bad. I wasn't thinking. And everyone in the comments apparently can't read, and there's it's Garrett Wilson. And then they're also making fun of the fact how I kept saying there's only Buckeye stuff. They're like, oh, there's I wonder if there's any other stuff or if it's just Buckeye stuff. I was like, all right, Mr. Funny Guy over here. But yeah, I got absolutely toasted. That almost has 7,000 likes though. I will say there's a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people favorited it. I don't know why I favorited it, but
they probably want to know where to go.
And we got 50, 60 followers from that too. So I mean, dang, I got roasted, but I think it's worth it. Everyone's like, you should take it down. I was like, I'm not gonna take it down. No way I'm taking it down. That's my call to fame right there.
It's one of those things it's one of those things where it's like, there's no such thing as bad news as long as it gets you up there or something like that. So, that's damn. I'd say I could see, especially on the internet, if people just getting roasted for that, especially with how Zach Wilson's career is going right now.
And it's not that I got roasted. I got roasted. Like, they were relentless.
Oh yeah, welcome to the internet.
just literally read the comments. It's funny. I laugh looking at it. They're funny. But moving a little bit away from that, let's talk about the NFL, the National Football League, and let's talk about our first topic. Let's talk about the Rams-Raiders game that happened on Thursday.
What the hell happened there?
The brand new quarterback, Baker Mayfield.
Baker is him.
Baker is
Where was this the past 4 years? And why the hell do you let Baker Mayfield go 98 yards down your field and dot you up like he's Tom Brady and to score to win the game. How? After punt of the year, getting it all the way to the 2.
Yep.
You let that happen.
Let's see. I think I have a reasonable answer for this, and if there are any Raiders fans that are watching this right now, it's because Josh McDaniels is your head coach. That's the reason why you let Baker Mayfield go 98 yards to get a touchdown.
Derek Carr and Devontae
How
Adams
did
had
they
a
get to
game
that
too.
point anyway? Like I don't understand how they got to that. Like I was literally so I was working on Thursday night. And I saw there was like 6 minutes left in the game. They were still up 16-3. I'm like, okay, the Raiders got this. There's no way, no shot. And then all of a sudden, I look, like I hopped on my computer at work, and then all of a sudden I see 10 seconds left and the Rams are winning. I'm like, what the hell just happened? No shot.
Baker was throwing good throws though. He was
forgot
throwing
that.
good throws.
I forgot it was on Twitch, and I jumped into the call. I said, where can I watch this? They said, oh, yeah, on Twitch. So I look in. I see Baker throw the touchdown. I'm like, you are kidding.
That was a dime, though. That was a beautiful pass and a beautiful catch.
Every pass he threw that drive was really good.
Yeah.
Like, he had a good drive.
But that's what's so frustrating about Baker Mayfield, because I've actually been a fan of his pretty much since he went into the league. Like ever since he took Cleveland, like close to the postseason run, like before they actually made the postseason and almost beat the Chiefs. Like I'm sitting there going, Baker is a solid quarterback. Like I like Baker Mayfield. He's an arrogant little shit, but he's still a good quarterback. And then he just like completely fell out and obviously got traded to Carolina. And I can see where his where he wasn't doing good in Carolina, because other than DJ Moore, Carolina is just like the bottom feeder team of the NFL, in my opinion, other than, like Jacksonville at this point. But like, it is like, I want him to succeed. And like, this is the one time that I was just like, I think he's toast. I think he's done. And then all of a sudden he just comes back and beats the Raiders on a 3-game winning streak, by the way. They were on a 3-game winning streak. And then the Raiders just completely screw it up. I don't understand what happened.
Their coach got to get fired. They went to the playoffs with an interim head coach.
Yeah,
that they didn't hire over McDaniels.
Yeah,
we knew how McDaniels was in Denver.
Yeah,
disgusting.
No, I've been saying that pretty much ever since he left Denver. I'm like, McDaniels does not deserve. I don't even think he deserved to be an offensive coordinator. I don't like McDaniels. I think he just rides Belichick's coattails all the way to championships. And then all of a sudden he gets head coaching jobs that he doesn't deserve. I don't understand.
Yeah. Because 95% of the time, that a top 10 defense would do it. Maybe better.
Yeah.
So your offense, and you had Tom freaking Brady. Your offense doesn't need to be that good.
No. Let's say, especially when you're just throwing screen passes the entirety of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, man, I'm so baffled by the Raiders. Like they're like the Rams, like the Rams are just garbage at this point. I understand injuries and stuff, but they were garbage before that. But the Raiders, they should have been better. Pretty much everyone in the AFC West outside of Kansas City right now should be doing better, and they're not. And yeah, the Raiders are just another one of those examples of like, oh yeah, they should be a good team. And yeah, here they are losing to the Rams in a terrible loss, and they should have had that bag like easily.
Let's see. Baker's stats were he was 22 for 35 for 230 passing yards.
Okay.
He averaged 6.6 yards a pass with 1 passing touchdown. He had a 91.4 rating.
Not bad.
That's not solid. That's solid. Yeah.
That's not bad for first time being in an organization. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Even where the locker room was after the game.
Oh yeah, him getting the game ball and everything, that was a pretty exciting moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well,
like I said, I want to. Oh, go ahead.
I said, unfortunately, I never really liked Baker because he was in Cleveland. because that's
Yep.
I'm not gonna like him for that reason. And I hated his commercials. That's another reason why I hated him.
Yeah, the commercials were pretty cringe.
I like to see. I like to see him go to a different team. He's actually it's the Odell effect with the Rams. I swear. But
Yep.
We'll see.
Except they're not winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, definitely not.
Another thing that I don't think we have on the list, or I was reading yesterday, we found out who leaked the John Gruden emails.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even see that.
It was Snyder.
Dan Snyder. He had his team leak the emails. It came out in in the court or whatever they're doing in their investigation.
Yeah, the House Committee investigation or whatever pretty much said that Dan Snyder was like a giant part of their toxic culture, and it's pretty much just been throwing everybody under the bus, including John Gruden and his emails. And it's funny, but it doesn't surprise me at all. Dan Snyder is one of, if not the worst owner of all time, and that's really
hilarious.
saying something.
He released those emails. He released those emails to cover his ass, and John Gruden's legal team is gonna eat him alive.
Oh, he's already won that case at this point. He's getting all the money. He pretty much has come out as like a racist, sexist bigot, and he's gonna get all of the money.
That's wild.
So we're close. We're close, Commanders fans. Almost free. You're almost free.
That's it. The culture is really good, guys.
The culture. Oh God.
But
we love those Commanders.
I can't believe I didn't hear about that. That's wild.
Yeah, I believe Ari posted it
Did he?
last night or 2 days ago. If you want to look at it.
If it was last night, I was passed out last night.
No, I think it came out Thursday because I remember throwing that in my news show the other day. Yeah, and it was just insane. I'm just reading this, and now it's just like, oh my god, that's hilarious. There's no shot.
The Jaguars waived Darrell Henderson Jr.
Yep, saw that.
Jeez, I didn't see that till now.
That one honestly doesn't surprise me. I'm like Henderson's going to be one of those like flip flop around running backs at this point now. Sadly, which is funny because I kind of feel right now that's what's going to happen to James Robinson now that he's not really doing anything with the Jets.
Wait, the Lions are favorited over the Vikings this week?
Yep,
they're favored.
Why?
Yeah, they're favored.
Why?
Huh.
That makes.
I mean, they're doing decent right now, but I wouldn't put them over the Vikings.
That's free money. That's free money. So that's funny. Okay.
I mean, for S's and G's, I will pick the Lions to win, but I also hate Minnesota with a burning passion. So
yeah.
Yeah, it says Bruce Allen testified that Gruden testified to the Congressional Committee that the NFL exec Lisa Freed told him that Commanders leaked the John Gruden emails last year. Bruce Allen being former president of that, but he had to get fired because culture.
The culture is really good.
Because of the Thursday night game, I see a bunch of Baker Mayfield as him.
Yep.
I can't believe I can't find this thing.
It's a retweet.
Oh, I thought he tweeted it. Okay, well.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
That.
Yeah. Wow.
Dan Snyder.
That's wild. I can't believe I didn't hear about that until just now. That's wild.
Yeah. No, that's like I said, that's gonna like just drop a bomb on probably the entire league as well, because isn't the NFL's gonna lose a bunch of money. Goodell's gonna lose a bunch of money. The Commanders are gonna lose a bunch of money. Like everyone's just gonna be losing money at this point. Like it's gonna be like Gruden's literally going to walk out with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Definitely, I think. And I believe that Dan said if they're taking him out, he's going to take down everybody else with them.
Oh yeah, that was something that came out earlier this year too. I remember he had said something about that. Yeah,
So
that's it. Because Yeah, because isn't Jerry Jones like in this group or whatever, and isn't Kraft probably is in it? Like it's gonna affect everybody. This is why I'm so glad that the people own the Packers, so we don't have ruthless dictators like Dan Snyder.
Buckle up, it's gonna get bumpy in a few minutes.
If Snyder like actually gets like I don't know what's the legal term, and whatever, I don't know, gets whatever that word is.
Indicted, yeah.
I think it's gonna be a rough offseason for the NFL PR team.
Oh yeah. And that's really saying something because they're already on the seat of their pants every year with concussions and all the other injuries.
Yeah, I'm thinking especially Jerry. Jerry should be worried, especially after the picture.
I was just going to say
about him. He's already in warm
water. He's already in very warm water. I think it'll only get worse for everybody.
Yeah.
Yo, Eric, thank you for the donation, man. We appreciate you there, man. We're up to $95 right now. Let's go.
95, let's go. Yes, sir.
Amazing.
Let's go.
I know I donated $5 earlier before we started.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
I would do more, but I am very poor currently, so I'm just
hey, we're all in that state. So
we can. We're doing what we can.
We're all there. Exactly. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Thankmas.
That is true. Happy holidays. That's very, very true. So now I guess we could move on a little bit to week 14. I'd say week 14. It is week 14. Week 14 in the NFL. Yep. 4 more weeks left. 4 more weeks left already. This week.
And my Packers finally have a bye.
This week has gone by like that. Yeah, Packers are on a bye. Who else are on a bye? I think it's just Packers, right?
No, there's the Packers. I think
Commanders.
Bears.
Let's see. It's Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, and Washington.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buys.
It only took 7 more weeks than it needed to, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah. So let's start. I guess we already kind of talked about it with the Lions being the favorite. Vikings, Lions.
With my heart, I'm going to go Detroit, but in my head, I know Minnesota's going to win it. But I think it will be a close game, though.
So I think it's a very winnable game for the Lions.
I think it's going to be a 1-score game.
But I do think the Vikings will pull it out.
Yeah.
Detroit kept it close last time. And are they home? Are they at Ford this time?
I think it's home. I think it's at Lions.
I think they're at home. I think they're going to pull it out. They're due.
I feel it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised whoever ends up winning it. I could easily see. I could see either team.
I might. Yeah, that's true. I think what Super said is true as well. I think they're due as well.
Yep.
But I mean, he said the same thing about Patrick Mahomes beating the Bengals.
True.
So I might go Lions just because I want to see them win. I love Lions. I love the Lions.
They're the team you want to cheer for.
Ravens at Steelers. Very complicated game for me because I don't want either of these teams to win. But I don't want the Ravens to win because I want the first in the North.
No Lamar.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go the Steelers. And there's no Lamar. Tyler Huntley is starting.
Right.
So I'm gonna go Steelers because I want the Steelers to win so we can get one in the North. But I hate
Pickett keeps improving. Pickett keeps improving too.
Yeah,
that's something to consider.
Let's see here. Okay, so because it's funny because you guys are kind of. I feel like you guys are probably split on this. I think Huntley is decent. He's not a great quarterback, but he is decent. But Pittsburgh has been doing better recently.
Yes.
I'm gonna probably. I just don't. I'm gonna probably. I need Mark Andrews to do good, and I need Najee Harris to do good. So I'm gonna.
You're one of those situations.
Actually, to be fair, in my league, I've already locked up first round buys. So I'm 11-2. So I'm actually doing pretty good. But yeah. I think I am probably gonna take Baltimore, but I could easily see either. I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be like a 13-10 game. Like it's gonna be such a low scoring game. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I think.
I can see that. That for sure.
Yeah, right now in our league, the playoff race is really tightly knit right now.
Yeah, it's
the number one seed is 10-3, then the 2 is 9-4.
Yeah,
So
I think I'm struggling to try and get to the postseason there.
I'm number 3 right now. I got my spot on right now, but
yeah, you just beat me a couple weeks ago, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a really good game. You deserve that one.
I'm sitting here wondering how you're 11-2 with Najee Harris as one of your running backs. What is your team in that other league?
In my league? Well,
Yes.
so I actually traded for Najee Harris. I gave up Devin Singletary and Cortland Sutton. Yeah, I just
What? Did you only get Najee?
I only got Najee. Yeah, that's all I needed. I didn't really need anybody else. Like this is okay. So this was the week that I did the trade. It was when the Chargers played the Broncos on Monday night.
Okay.
And this was that week. I literally needed Cortland Sutton to get me 3 catches. I needed him to get 3 catches or like 30 yards, whatever was needed. He ended up getting basically nothing that game. I ended up losing by 0.16 points. And I said, screw it. I'm done with these guys. I don't need them anymore. So I grabbed Najee. Or I was just like, hey, I really need another running back. I don't like Cortland. I want Najee. At least I know with Najee, I was like at least able to maybe get like 8 or 9 points a game. Whereas the other two, I was just like, I don't know if I can get that out of them. So
as a Jerry Jeudy owner, I know how it feels.
Yeah, but in that league, okay, so it's a 12-team league. I had the 6th overall pick. I drafted Cup, and then I got Chubb in the 2nd, and then Mark Andrews in the 3rd.
You said you drafted number 6 and you got Cup?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. I was surprised too. I know. When he dropped to me, I'm like, yes, click.
I don't even know.
Wondering who went above him.
I don't know who can even go before Cup.
Oh,
Jefferson?
God. I wish.
Cup is definitely first or second pick for me.
Jefferson went. Jonathan Taylor went. Derrick Henry went.
I can see that.
Eckler.
Eckler went.
I can only. Those are like the 3 running backs that were like, all right, certainly.
Yeah, those were the only running backs, and then it was Jefferson. I think
Chase.
No, Chase. It was either Jamar or Devontae. I don't remember which one.
Probably Devontae.
Devontae, then Jefferson, then you probably got Cup.
Yep.
That's wild, though.
Yeah, it was, and it's a solid league. Like I said, came back around and got Chubb, and then I got back around there and I got Mark Andrews. So I'm like, this is a solid team right now. And then I got Sutton in the 4th, and yeah, that hasn't really panned out too well.
Have you tried doing a money league yet? Not like have you tried doing the one leagues where you can like basically spend money and like have like draft stocks?
Oh, like DraftKings or whatever.
We do it on ESPN too. It's the it's like the money draft. I don't know what's the name for it specifically.
I haven't, just because I just haven't really pondered too much into that. I just kind of like doing this whole the whole traditional fantasy league thing right now.
I feel that. Yeah.
I should do that though. I probably would make a killing in that.
Dude, they're fun. They are so fun. They're great. We did it with my family. It's fun.
Oh, and then I forgot to. And on my team, I also got T. Higgins in the 5th. I got Aaron Rodgers in the 6th.
Whoa, T. Higgins in the 5th.
And then eventually, because of the suspension, I end up getting DeAndre Hopkins as well.
Yes,
I got D-Hop in my league for $1.
On him.
I got D-Hop for $1. I got lucky.
I banked on D-Hop coming back, and he saved my season.
Same
Yep.
for my other
Oh,
one.
same.
Yeah, same.
Yep. Yeah, because it actually gives me another number one at this point. The Jamar Chase injury ended up helping me out in a way too, because Higgins got like all the looks
Oh
in
yeah.
those
Yeah.
games.
Oh yeah,
So
that helped me. Yeah, helped me a ton as well.
yeah, but yeah, like I said, my team has just been stacked, and I've just been making all killing in that league.
I'm praying that come playoff time, my team's gonna do good.
I'm
Because each
hoping.
one of my team, every one of my players is gonna fight. On teams that are gonna fight for like the playoffs. So like
Yep.
I'm not gonna have to worry about like if I make it to the Super Bowl for fantasy, I'm not gonna worry about anybody sitting.
Well, and saying I'm hoping for my team. Like I said, I don't have to worry this week. The next week is a bye, so or for my team anyway, because I locked up number one. I locked up number one a couple weeks ago. Like that's how good my team has been. So at least I don't have to worry about these next couple weeks. But then after that, it's gonna be do or die. And I think I'm just hoping that everyone's healthy enough that I can at least carry or get a decent little push. Also, if Devontae Smith can also do me some wonders too, that'd be great. So I have Devontae Smith as well. My team is stacked.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like about having the Eagles receivers is either one gets all the catches or the other.
Yep.
That's what I've noticed this year. Is either
Yep.
Devontae has the one like the 150-yard game, or then AJ Brown goes for 3 touchdowns. There's no in between.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I have in a separate league. I have AJ Brown, and it's been a power struggle the entire year. and Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders has been looking pretty decent.
he has his amazing games, and he has his games where he has like 50 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we went on a little bit of a tangent there. It's just doing predictions.
oh yeah, my bad.
Browns at Bengals. Deshaun Watson
Bengals.
is going to.
Bengals.
Deshaun
Die.
Watson is going to get eaten up there. He's going to walk in the arena and he's going to hear it.
Yep.
Paycor
especially
Paycor is going to let him hear it.
I was gonna say, especially in Deshaun Watson, if he doesn't get his like ears ripped off, but before the kickoff, I'd be surprised.
They're going to be chants. It's going to be bad, dude. It's going to be bad. I'm pretty sure the game is nearly sold out too. It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But,
Everyone in Cincinnati probably just said, "Yeah, we're gonna berate the shit out of him."
Yeah. I just want to beat the Browns. That's all I want to do. I just want to beat the Browns,
Yep.
man. I just want to beat the
You
Browns.
guys should. You guys should.
We should beat the Browns. And we should. We totally should. But for some reason, they just always beat us. I don't know what it is. They always beat us.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be interesting because I think this is gonna be the game where Chubb actually comes back and does like somewhat decent, because he's been kind of missing the last few weeks now.
And also, Mixon's back too this week.
Oh yeah.
I think he and P. Ryan are going to split, though. I hope so.
Yep.
Because P. Ryan the last few weeks have been looking like a dog. He's been looking amazing. So
I know.
I
I
really
tried
hope they split it more and not just give.
say P. Ryan's gonna get it. Is he a free agent in the offseason or this coming up?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid. He's gonna get a pretty decent contract.
I think he's gonna be a high end backup money.
Yeah.
I don't think by any means he's gonna start for anybody, especially with
he'll probably be like one of those dual running back systems like they have in Detroit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, I'm gonna go Cincinnati on that one. I think that's gonna be an easy dub.
I agree. I hope we beat him. I want to beat him by like 30. I want to beat him. I want to beat him bad. Just take out all the anger. It's Joe Burrow's birthday today, by the way. So happy birthday, Joe Burrow. I forgot.
Happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday,
Joe.
Jets at Bills.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
Bills should
win this one.
I'm gonna go Bills, but I'm also not gonna doubt the legend of Mike fucking White. So
Mike fucking White. Listen, the Bills are gonna win, but Mike White's still gonna throw for like 300 yards.
Probably.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Do you guys think this game will be close?
I think it's gonna be closer than people think.
I agree with that.
I think it's probably gonna. I'd say it's probably gonna be like a 7 or 10 point game. I think it's gonna be really, really close.
Josh Allen's gonna not look that good either.
No. Let's say because the Jets defense is still solid.
Jets defense is still top 10.
Yeah.
Sauce is in there, man. Sauce is in there.
He is there.
Texans at Cowboys. Cowboys win by 60.
Playing, and of all the teams, I get my quarterback and my receiver. I'm playing Flamers team.
I'm so glad I'm not playing you. I'm so glad this is in the playoffs, dude. You would kill me.
I am playing Flamers team, the worst team in our league right now. Sorry.
And you're a mollywop. This is literally like Cowboys versus Texans is literally like you versus Flamer. Like it's literally like goes hand in hand.
I am so sad. I am so sad I wasn't playing anybody that was like a notable opponent that would like switch up the playoff seedings.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's say, side note too, can we take a moment of silence for the Indianapolis Colts and their absolute massacre from Monday night?
Oh my God,
or Sunday night, whatever it was.
I remember I was in a call. I forgot what we were doing. Oh yeah, we were working on the Minecraft server. We were working to set that up. And Kat joins. He's like, "Have you guys been watching this Colts Cowboys game?" I'm like, no, it's low-key not interesting at all for us. Like, it has no complications for the playoffs on our side. Like, we literally do not care about this matchup. And Kat's like, "Oh, it's pretty close." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it sounds cool." And then all of a sudden, I checked the score like 10 minutes later, and it's like 40 something. I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "What happened? What happened?"
I did the same thing. I looked, it was like 19-21 or something like that. Like, okay, it's actually a close game. Indianapolis might actually have a chance of upsetting. And then all of a sudden I get a notification for ESPN. Yeah, 54-19. Like, what why?
Then talking about this game, me and Austin got into an argument about Jeff Saturday.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah, because you did that on the podcast earlier this week, didn't you?
Yeah,
yes. So then we argued about Jeff
Saturday. I was watching. I don't understand the argument. Like, what?
He was like, he's like, Jeff Saturday like deserved the job or something. Like, no, he does not. No, he didn't say he deserved the job, but he said for an interim head coach, it was okay. And it's like, no.
That's like Green Bay hiring me to be like their special teams coordinator. I know nothing of special teams.
I played high school football, but
yeah, I know football. I know like what a football looks like. Hey, I should be a head coach.
I don't know. I don't think it was the exact lines, but I was arguing that like the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator should have got the job over Saturday.
No.
Blah, blah, blah.
I just think how salty would you be if you were an offensive or defensive coordinator and you were like sitting there and you're like, "Oh, this head coach is a jackass." Or he wasn't really that bad, but you're like, "Oh, you got fired." He's like, "Oh, maybe I finally get." Wait, who are they hiring? What?
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, maybe I actually get a shot at being a head coach, just like a lot of other head coaches did, and I could prove myself and have job security."
So who's the other? I know. Well, the thing is, too, I can kind of understand it because I think Gus Bradley is one of the coordinators, and I can't remember who the other coordinator is. But yeah, I probably would have, considering the fact that Indy's season was kind of shot anyway. I would have probably done the same thing.
Webby,
just for
he's a Colts
SSGs,
fan
but
too, and he had a pretty good explanation.
He was like, he was in the organization for that. I'm like, yeah, I get it.
He's been there for 20 years. He's been to the Super Bowl. He's had, he's had a lot of experience on the team itself, and the defensive offensive coordinator have only been there for like half a year.
Yeah.
It's like I get that. But
yeah, in the mind of Jim Irsay, I can understand it, but also Jim Irsay's mind is probably just completely shot from all the drugs and stuff he's probably done in his life. So, yeah. so yeah, yeah, it was a very, very questionable move. Like I remember even that week when Saturday got hired, I think I was watching like a clip from First Take or something like that. Or no, it was the week or his of his first game. I was watching Sunday NFL Countdown. And pretty much everyone was just like, this was not the right way to hire the coach or whatever. And Brewski, I think, was the one. I was like, no, Brewski was like, this was not the way to do it. And everyone's just like, yeah, but
I hate it. I hate the hire. I'm gonna be one of the most advocates for it.
Yeah.
I hate. Just get this 1600s nepotism fucking out of here. Like I get the Rooney Rule. I get it. I know, but like still,
Yeah.
as a Steelers, I know about the nepotism. I know about it. Fucking Matt Canada. But I don't.
Matt Canada.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm so passionate about Jeff Saturday getting hired. Sure, he's a great guy, but I'm just like, do not promote with the new organization if you have no clue what they're doing.
Yep. By the way, Wisconsin takes the responsibility for Matt Canada and his shittiness in the NFL.
Cameron's like, haha. Superman punch. Eagles at Giants.
That's gonna be a decent game.
It's a 1 p.m. It's a 1 p.m. game too. I'm kind of surprised that's not.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, but I think it's gonna be close. I think Eagles are gonna squeak it though.
I think Philly's gonna win. It's actually gonna probably be a little bit more than you would think, just because like the Giants are so battered and injured right now.
Saquon might not be there either.
Oh yeah, he's injured.
Oh yeah, yeah. If Saquon's out, then absolutely the Giants are gonna get crushed. But if he is there, at least they have somewhat of a fighting chance. Although Jordan Davis is back.
That's big for the Eagles. That's big for the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going Philly.
I think Philly should have it. It's at MetLife, though, I believe, right?
It is.
Yeah, I think it's still Philly.
No, this is where the Eagles walk in and pray that nobody gets it at MetLife.
Pretty much. And then cheer for the Lions.
Put Minshew in after like the second quarter. Like,
oh yeah, yeah, because that would be a game where I could see Jalen like potentially suffering some kind of injury. I really can. I don't want it to, but I can see it.
Just MetLife is cursed, just like the Commanders Field is cursed.
I was gonna say, MetLife is like one of the worst places for injuries, right?
Yeah, MetLife, San Fran's Field, I believe, and then the Commanders Field, and then
Commanders Field
Bears.
still gives me flashbacks.
And then the Bears Field, I think.
Soldier,
but Soldier's just grass, but it's just really shitty grass.
I would say Soldier Field needs to be just like they are talking about renovating it, or doing something different. But that field needs to be that. Like it's looking like Wrigley out there.
Especially with how maintained Lambeau is.
Yeah,
and for being how old they both are. I think it's an embarrassment for Soldier to be that shitty.
Yeah, well,
it's an embarrassment.
I'll say as someone that lives in Green Bay, and I drive by Lambeau literally every day, pretty much. Lambeau is very well kept and taken care of, and just looking at like week 1 when that rainy game with San Francisco. How do you let a field get like that?
I have no clue.
That's a sad excuse of a field right there when you were literally playing in a pond. Yeah.
Like
I said, when you're playing in a pond, you know you're in trouble. I don't understand it.
The players love playing in that.
It's fun,
especially defense.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Offense is miserable, but the defense is they're just laughing their asses off. You're like, the fucking lineman fell out of his step.
It's so fun. I will say, ring games are fun.
Yeah.
Jaguars at Titans.
Oh.
How? I know. I think I picked the Titans. Did I pick the Titans last week?
You picked the Titans last week. And I believe I think me and Austin picked the Jags.
I think it was one of the way, but I said it depends on how if Derrick Henry has his Derrick Henry Jacksonville ownership game. Like he normally does every year, where he rushes for like 200 yards against them for no reason.
I can see the Jags winning this game. That's the only thing.
That's the sad part.
That's the sad part. I can see the Jags winning this game. That's why I'm going to say the Jags are going to win it, because I can see them winning it.
How far are they going to rebound after their ass kicked by Detroit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm wondering.
I was just about to say if Jacksonville hadn't gotten their asses kicked by Detroit last week, I would be more inclined to take Jacksonville just because Tennessee is like completely falling apart. But
This is awful.
I'm gonna go Tennessee, but I'm only going by like a field goal, and I could easily see Fat Randy missing a field goal to win the game. So
Yeah, definitely.
We have a lot of experience in that.
yeah,
We had to deal with Fat Randy for a while, so yeah. very glad we upgraded.
yeah.
This game's gonna be a massacre. Chiefs at Broncos, especially coming off of a loss to Cincinnati. The Chiefs are not happy. This is gonna be a massacre.
If the Chiefs put up 10 points, they've already won.
So yeah, Bronco can't even score.
This should be good. This should be good news for Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy fantasy owners because they're going to play from behind. They're going to throw the ball. But it's going to be for like game. 3 yards of possession.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's Kansas City all the way. There's no shot.
Yeah, same.
Broncos country. Let's die.
Broncos country. Let's cry.
It's gonna be bad. I think if you have Travis Kelce in fantasy, it's gonna be wild.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a wild ride tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a wild ride tomorrow, especially after him getting strip sacked. He's not like I saw it after an interview from like on his podcast. I was like, yeah, he's gonna be crazy tomorrow.
125 and 2 touchdowns.
Literally. Panthers at Seahawks. Geno should crush them. He should crush them.
I agree.
No, it should.
That's what I'm saying. Geno should crush them.
Is it bad that I can see a random Carolina win like they normally have?
I could see it too.
Like this is the game where they're gonna do it. We just
lost Baker.
We have Sam Darnold look actually decent,
but they have Sam Darnold.
I know I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I love Geno, and I trust their coaching staff more. Mm-hmm. But to be one of those games where Carolina randomly wins.
I can see that as well.
I'm going to go Seattle, but I could easily see this being a much closer game than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Seattle's fighting for their playoff lives at this point, and honestly, even for the division still. Yeah, they need to win this game because I think the rest of their schedule is pretty bad the rest of the ways. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle.
I think Seattle plays the Chiefs, and I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think I think they have San Francisco one more time.
They have they have the Niners, the Chiefs, the Jets, and the Rams.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad coming up.
Yeah, they gotta win this game.
Bucks at 49ers.
Ooh. San Francisco, but Tampa Bay is fine. Tom Brady's gonna have to find a way to make this like a 1-score game.
Yeah, I'll go Niners, but betting against Brady is always the worst thing you could do.
Yeah. If the Niners had a good quarterback, I'd probably pick them for the Super Bowl too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I think that Purdy looked really good against Miami. If he plays like an ounce of how he played against Miami, I think they'll beat it just because of talent.
I don't even think he really needs to do that much. I think if they just actually utilize the run game, because I mean they pretty much turned George Kittle into a blocker anyway, or to a lineman at this point. And you have McCaffrey, you have Debo. Yeah, go. If just use the run game, you'll be fine.
I think
especially against Tampa Bay, their defense is shit.
Yeah, Tampa's defense isn't that good this year. Mm-hmm. I think Purdy's going to pull this out.
I agree.
Dolphins at Chargers for the Sunday night game.
The big flex game. Get
flex
Denver
game.
Out of that flex.
Thank God.
I'm gonna go Miami, but I am still kind of hoping that the Chargers actually, don't look like ass.
I'm sticking with my word. I'm going Chargers.
So I'm gonna go Chargers. I think I said Dolphins last week, but I think I'm gonna change it to the Chargers. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
I feel, I don't know, Herbert's done really good, especially on primetime games.
Yeah.
He hasn't shit the bed like Kirk. I don't know how Tua really, I don't know if he had like any primetime this year so far.
He's had against us, but he wasn't there.
He had against you guys when he was
the Thursday night
out.
He got out like the first quarter or first
So
quarter.
I don't know. I feel like I've seen more Herbert at night than Tua. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but like the time of day really kind of matters depending on the player.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I feel like Herbert's more, I don't know, he's got more juice in him.
I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to be probably end up going to be like a 4-point game, honestly.
I was going to say it's going to go down to Herbert hero.
Yep.
It's going to be Tua drives him down the field with a minute left. Now Herbert has to play hero ball.
Yep.
Like he always has to do because his coach doesn't know how to game manage at all.
Right.
But
yeah, he's going to get fired at the end of the year.
It's gonna depend on that random interception that Herbert's gonna throw in a minute left, or he balls out and comes down. Mm-hmm. One of the two. He's just Phillip Rivers, and it pains me to say.
Here we go. Game of the week. The game everyone's anticipating and everyone's excited for. The Monday night game. Patriots versus Cardinals.
Oh.
I know I've been shaking.
Bro, I'm sleep. I'm sleep, bro. I'm studying for finals, bro. Fuck that.
I said, the Patriots are kind of in the race for playoffs. So
they're 6-6.
Kind of matters, but not really for us. So I don't really care that much about this game.
Yeah.
So
well, because everyone in the everyone in the AFC East is pretty much almost in playoff consideration at this point. And Arizona's terrible.
Doesn't Bill always struggle? Doesn't Bill always struggle though? I know I picked New England, but doesn't Bill always struggle against mobile quarterback for some weird reason?
Yeah. He did get beat by Fields earlier this year.
That's what I mean. Like he always has this random struggle against a quarterback that can move. But I'm still thinking New England just because they're talent. But I'm just gonna say it's probably gonna be closer than you think.
I want the Cardinals to win. I want the.
Oh, I would love to see the Cardinals win, but
oh my god,
let's say, but
go with Cardinals probably.
I think if we beat the Ravens and then New England loses, I think we're gonna have a chance at the wild card. I think. If we have to win out though, we still have to win out.
You definitely have to win out.
But there's a shot. And nothing would make me more happy and more laughing about everybody else in the Steelers making playoffs this year.
Well, I mean, the same exact thing will happen last year. The same thing happened. Like, how the hell did the Steelers make it last year, especially? Like,
you made it over the Colts.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
It's hilarious how the Steelers made it last year.
Oh, God, it's awful.
My prediction video in the beginning of the season, I had Pittsburgh as a playoff team. Like I didn't really have a good excuse for it. I just said they're gonna find a way. Like New England winning, getting in the postseason, they're gonna find a way. And if they actually do find a way, then I am some kind of magical wizard because I have no idea.
every like divisional game, I feel like on the podcast, I've kind of like alluded to what was going to happen. Week 1, Steelers are going to randomly pull out some bullshit and win. First Bengals game versus the Browns. Nick Chubb's going to win the Browns that game. You guys are going to. I think, was it the Ravens? Did you guys play the Ravens yet?
Yeah.
Yep.
You beat the Ravens, right?
No, we lost to it by a field goal. By the last second Justin Tucker field goal from like 50 yards away.
I don't know if I predicted that one.
I don't think you did. I think you said the Ravens would, or you said we would win that one, I think.
Yeah, that was also when Cincinnati was on their giant roller coaster.
Roller coaster of
Dude, we're on an up steep right now. We're getting hot. We're getting hot.
Yep. Yeah.
Thank you for saving Zach Taylor's job, Joe Burrow.
Literally.
I can't wait to have
Again.
extend Zach Taylor. Extend Zach
It's
Taylor.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We love screen passes on fourth and goal.
We love jet sweeps. We love
Jet sweeps on fourth and one. Fourth and goal, 1 yard to get it. It's a oh my! I was so mad. I was so mad.
You should have saw my reaction. I felt like urinating tree laughing when that happened. Oh my god.
Dude, it was bad. It was bad. It's like, yeah, it was. It happens. So, but it's whatever. But
Yeah.
I guess now we can move on. Now we're done with the week 14. We can move on to top 3, bottom 3. B-Rad, do you know anything about top 3, bottom 3? You want me to explain it to you?
Yeah. I remember top 3, bottom 3.
All right, since you are technically the guest this week,
Oh crap.
I'm gonna give you the responsibility for top 3, bottom 3.
Top 3. Let's do. Just in general, like in terms of just overall, like you didn't expect this to happen. Top 3 surprises in the NFL.
Ooh, that's a good one. I think number 1 Seahawks.
Yep.
For me. Number 1 is the Seahawks. I did not expect them to be anywhere near where they were now. I think everyone expected them to be the worst team in the NFL. But yeah, Seahawks is a big surprise. That's Tom Brady not doing too well. I guess the Buccaneers are a big surprise to me as well.
Yep.
And the Broncos.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos are a big surprise. And I guess my top 3. I mean, it might be like what we did last week, like top 3 biggest disappointments. I think it's kind of.
Oh.
But the Seahawks were disappointing. They were a good surprise, but like the Broncos was such a surprise to me that everyone thought they were going to be back,
Yeah.
and then they just weren't. They just were not. Buccaneers, especially too, with Tom Brady and all of these weapons, you'd think that they would be top of the league. But top of the NFC especially, but they're not.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks love go Hawks, baby. Love Geno, and I love what they've been doing with that. With the
My list is very similar. I have the Jets, Bucks, and I have basically all of the AFC West.
Yeah.
I didn't think Chiefs were going to run away with it. I thought every team in team in that division is going to be good.
Yeah.
I think that's it, really.
Yeah. I agree on that. The West has just been wolf.
And who thought the NFC East? Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
Who would've
true
thought?
too. That's up there.
Yeah.
Who would've
Honestly, if I
thought?
could have a 5, that would be in there.
Yeah,
Who would've
But
thought?
yeah. But I think my top 3, I'm gonna say the rise of Geno, because Geno's just been looking like a stud out there. Like he's just
That's
playing lights out at this point.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, if I know he wasn't injured or anything, but he was riding the bench for like the last several years now. If he doesn't win at least like comeback player of the year, then I'd be surprised.
Yeah. I think he'll get it.
Yeah. But I'd say the rise of Geno, and obviously for me personally, the downfall of the Packers.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's say I had them as a Super Bowl favorite. I had the Rams as a Super Bowl favorite too, but I had the Packers as a Super Bowl favorite. It still makes me sick to where they're at right now. They're third, losing to Detroit. And I will say my other third one, the disappointment of Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, true.
Jonathan Taylor's been playing. I mean, granted, Indy's just not playing good at all, but like you would expect him to at least be good in in a screen game or just running or something like that. Like
It's just
He was just a 1 year wonder. I guess that's what it must have been.
Yeah,
So
and I hope not.
Jonathan Taylor's still extremely talented.
Oh yeah.
I think it's we got to consider the whole situation. I don't think he was deserving the first overall pick. I was on the Eckler train personally.
I guess if it's PPR or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I was. I don't think it's anything to worry about next year. I think he's going to fall, and I think he's still going to be a top 15 fantasy running back. It's fair to say.
Yeah.
But his fall reminds me of the year where Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson got taken 1 and 2, and neither of them. David Johnson sucked, and then Le'Veon Bell just didn't play.
Oh yeah.
That year for fantasy was by far the funniest year for the first and second overall pick people.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, and then I guess the bottom three. The bottom three. What do I want to do with that?
So
I don't know.
Sometimes we have trouble coming up with a bottom three. So sometimes you can like if you don't, it doesn't have to be football related. So like 1 year or one episode we did like bottom 3 Call of Duty games because we couldn't think.
And
we sat there for 45 minutes.
For 45 minutes talking about Call of Duty right at the end of the podcast.
well, if we did that, it'd be Vanguard.
We forgot about Vanguard too. Doing that list, we completely forgot the game existed.
Bottom 3. Oh dang! There's so many things that we could do, and yet I still can't come up with anything. Crud. Yeah, I guess we could do like just. Hold on,
it's hard.
My chat just put in their hashtag playing Vanguard.
Bottom 3 is by far the hardest one. It's so difficult. That's why we usually just like we're like, we'll do.
Yeah.
I think that makes it fun though.
Maybe that's
it's different.
Okay, let's see. Let's do like bottom 3 like starters of like any position in the NFL right now, like people that shouldn't be starting but they are starting.
Okay.
Say like you look at someone like why the hell is Russell still starting or something like that.
Yeah, there's so many.
I know, but there's some out there that you're just like, why does this guy why does he exist? And I guess that can kind of be for like someone that's supposed to be like a star player, and that just like you look at them and you go, why is this guy even on the field?
All right,
well, obviously Ross is one.
Yeah. Oh dang.
God, this one's difficult. I mean, this one might be a little bit like. I mean, Eli Apple isn't awful, but I feel like our backups are better than him right now.
Is Eli still starting?
Yes.
He has.
Why?
Cheeto got hurt.
Cheeto got hurt, so he has to start.
Oh,
we have Cam Taylor-Britt and Dax Hill, which both have been very amazing lately. But they're both rookies, so I can see why he's starting. But I want to give them more time. But
Yeah.
Eli freaking Apple.
Eli, gross.
I was gonna say somebody on the Steelers, but he got benched. I think he actually did.
Who?
Alualalu.
Oh, did he? He got benched finally?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I think it was like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
He's been awful.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my. I guess I kind of want to say, just because I really don't like the Packers' chances of actually going to the postseason. I would say right now bench Rodgers just for the sake of like not getting him hurt and stuff, and I really want to see what Jordan Love can do.
Interesting.
Like I said, you're on the train of benching him and then trading.
No, I'm not on the wave of like trading him, but I just want to see what Jordan Love can do, and then just kind of gauge it at that point. Because if Jordan Love can actually look solid or look somewhat decent moving forward, then at least you know that you got good trade value either way. Because you know Love's going to get his 5th-year option picked up.
Yeah.
And so why not at least see what you got out of him and at least try and salvage that 1st-round pick or something. Get anything out of him, because you know that there are going to be teams out there that are going to be sitting there going, we need a quarterback like right now, and at least this guy has experience, especially sitting behind Rodgers for 4 years. Like, why not do that?
I have one. Why the hell is Marcus Mariota still playing?
He's not starting.
Yeah,
I know. Finally,
He got benched.
finally he's getting benched. But like, the
Yeah.
whole year. The whole year.
I feel like it's been overdue, but they were also 1 game out of first place in that division. So I
didn't think Mariota was doing that bad. I thought he actually he wasn't doing amazing, but he wasn't doing bad. I don't know. I actually get someone in my chat right now saying bottom 3 coaches on the way out. That might be a better one, honestly.
I think there's just so many holes on every roster where you can't.
Yeah. Do you want to do that one? Bottom 3 coaches on the way out.
We can do that. Easy. That's easy. McDaniels.
Yeah. Yep.
Daniels.
Would you say?
Staley.
Yep.
Staley for sure.
Daniel Staley. I would hope.
I would say.
I'm gonna say
Carroll, but
he's no. I think he saved his job.
No, I
this
think
year.
I think he's staying because he was on the hot seat, but I think he saved.
He
his job
was.
with this year.
He did. Todd Bowles, I think.
Ooh. I could see that.
I know that's a wild card, but especially with how crappy the Bucks have been.
Yeah.
Compared to past year.
True. I'm gonna go Hackett, McDaniels, and Cliff Kingsbury.
Oh yes, Cliff. I forgot about that.
I know Kingsbury just got like that giant extension for whatever reason, but Arizona's terrible. There's no reason that he should be a head coach. I mean, literally all he has on his resume is like 1 postseason berth, and I coached Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech. That's all he has.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are gonna be my 3.
Who would have thought running a college offense wouldn't work in the NFL?
especially with no running game.
Yeah, James Conner as your running back.
Yeah.
But I think that is going to wrap up our episode.
Caleb, you did 2 years.
Good deal.
I did mine.
Did he?
I said McDaniel, Hackett, and I think. Who did I say for my last one? Oh no, it was gonna be Pete Carroll, but no.
Oh yeah.
You didn't finish. You didn't finish.
I didn't finish. Man, I always have a problem with finishing.
That's what she said.
Let me take a look.
Wait.
Another easy one would probably be Saturday,
I don't want to say Cliff because that's literally just B-Rad's list, basically.
I mean, it's a fair list.
It is a fair list, but I mean, I guess Saturday.
He's interim though. He's gonna leave anyway.
He's gonna leave anyway.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be here forever.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think of who's all in what spots.
Harbaugh?
Dang. Honestly, yeah.
You think Harbaugh's on the way out?
I
He's
think
on the
so.
hot seat, I think.
I honestly would agree with that. There's no rhyme or reason that Baltimore should be this wavy, and considering the fact that how many times has he gone for whatever play on 4th and whatever, and just like tried to go for a touchdown when he could have just won it with a field goal, and he just kept going, the analytics, the analytics can suck it. There's no reason that Harbaugh should have like the record that he has right now. Like honestly, if like I said, with their coaching staff,
Staley.
yeah,
I think I'll say Staley.
That's also a good one.
I think I'll say Staley.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say Harbaugh. I would say Harbaugh is definitely in that list.
I don't think he's as high on that though.
I didn't.
He should be after that Jacksonville game.
A super hot. I don't think he's on a hot seat as of yet. Maybe next season. If the Ravens get bumped off from the leaders of the North and they don't make the playoffs, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
The thing with Baltimore is you don't know if it's Harbaugh, you don't know if it's the front office, you don't know if it's the coaching staff. It's
a lot of things.
There's just something wrong with that team where they have no reason to be wrong. They draft well.
Oh, they draft very well.
They draft really well. They just don't get Lamar help. I don't know if it's their their offensive coordinator sucks, I heard, or their defensive coordinator sucks too.
Both of them suck. I don't know why Greg Roman's still an offense or a coordinator in the league.
Yeah, they're both awful.
Yeah, and now Roman, isn't he supposed to be getting like a college head coaching job or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
There's something wrong with the Ravens, and I don't know if it's Harbaugh. It's one of those things. That's why I think he's on the seat.
Yeah, I think Baltimore right now is kind of in the state of where Green Bay was when they fired McCarthy. They just needed they've gotten stale and they need a fresh start, I think.
Yeah.
Because we still had all of our talent and everybody, but like we got rid of McCarthy and obviously we sucked the rest of that year, and then we came back and we end up winning back-to-back first round seeds. We screwed up in the postseason, but we still had solid regular seasons. I kind of think Baltimore is in that same position right now where they're just so stale and tired that they need to do something different. But that's just me.
I think the Steelers are in the same position, as just that we have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Where that's kind of be like the job saving grace of, oh, you're mediocre, but you have a rookie quarterback, your team's all retired, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Harbaugh went from Joe Flacco, it still did well, to a MVP. So
true.
Yeah. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the episode. Episode 16 of the Neutral Zone Podcast, also with Thank Miss B-Rad. Just want to thank you so much for inviting us to be on your stream and also coming to be a guest on ours.
Thank you so much for allowing me to do that. It's like I said, it's been a hell of a time. I appreciate it.
I'm gonna let you explain what you're gonna be doing on your live stream real quick, and so if you want to go check out B-Rad's stream, it's the first link in the description. So go check that out. B-Rad, explain what you're gonna be doing for the rest of your stream.
The rest of the stream should be fun. It's just going to be a bunch of games and just talking and stuff. We are, hopefully, maybe if we want to gather up some of the lads, we could throw in some Among Us. That'd be pretty fun. That's because I heard they just came out with a new hide and seek game mode, so that'd be kind of cool to try out. But other than that, we'll probably just be hopping into some zombies and just playing some games there and just having a good time. And yeah, just trying to raise some money for the World Central Kitchen. Right now, in terms of our goal, we're almost halfway there, so it's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, just trying to do whatever we can to help out in the cause. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's gonna be a heck of a day, and like I said, I'm planning on doing this for a good amount. Pretty much. I don't know if it's going to be an all-day thing, but it's going to be quite a long stream here. So,
okay, awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Go over again in the description of this. Go check out B-Rad's video. And if you guys are watching, or I'm probably gonna upload this on Spotify. So if you're listening to this on Spotify and there is no description, go to youtube.com and look up B-Rad, B-Rad the man, and you will be able to find his YouTube channel. And if it's uploaded to Spotify, it'll probably already be over, but you could probably still donate. So,
Yep, the link will be up for a good long while after this stream, and I'll probably be doing some other streams as well and trying to throw some extra funds in there. So
awesome.
Yeah, so be sure to go check that out, and I say any little bit helps. So
that's very
support the cause in the time of the holidays.
Exactly, and say there's and say in the World Central Kitchen, they pretty much help provide meals to a lot of people that have been stuck in natural disasters or war, like everyone that suffered from all the hurricanes, the flooding, the war in Ukraine right now. So yeah, it's a great cause, and so let's help provide a little bit of love in this time of need. So
awesome. With that being said, Soup, do you have any, or Cameron, do you have any final thoughts?
Joe Burrow MVP. No.
Because Austin's not here. B-Rad, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I pretty much got everything out there now, so we should be good.
I'll say it for my final thoughts. I'll say it and mean it. For Austin, Joe Burrow MVP. Again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. B-Rad, again, thank you for coming on and inviting us on. We had a great conversation. It was a great time. And we will see you all later.